From King Kong to Planet of the Apes and many other cinematic and literary works, gorillas have always been a fascinating subject for writers and filmmakers. They are among the strongest animals on Earth, and contrary to popular belief, they are the true holders of the title King of the Jungle, a title they truly deserve. Not because they dominate other animals, but because of the way they lead their groups and establish their dominance. Welcome, this is Phantom Pulse. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Gorillas are the largest primates and the biggest members of the great ape family, which includes animals like chimpanzees, bonobos, and orangutans. Genetically, gorillas are the second closest relatives to humans after chimpanzees and bonobos, sharing about 98.4% of their DNA with us. Except for the African continent with its tropical and subtropical forests, gorillas do not exist in the wild anywhere else on Earth. Gorillas are divided into two main species: eastern gorillas and western gorillas. Each of these species has two groups, one that lives in lowland areas and another that inhabits mountainous regions. The differences between gorilla types are minor, except that the ones in higher altitudes have darker fur, longer hair, and a slightly heavier build. Meanwhile, western lowland gorillas have a grayish color with a reddish tint on the top of their heads. In general, gorillas weigh between 70 kilograms and 220 kilograms and have a height range of 1.2 meters to 1.8 meters. Eastern mountain gorillas are the largest in both weight and height. In all species, males are significantly larger than females. Social life and leadership. One of the most distinctive aspects of a gorilla's life is its advanced social structure, stability, and the strong bonds between group members. Each gorilla understands its place in the group, which is led by a dominant male, the absolute authority in the family. Gorillas live in family groups that usually consist of 6 to 10 individuals, including a dominant male, his offspring, and several females, often his mates. When you hear the term silverback while watching anything related to gorillas, know that it refers to the adult male gorilla that leads the group. The name comes from the silver-colored hair that appears on its back as it ages. This is the true reason why gorillas are called kings of the jungle. Beyond their impressive size and intimidating appearance, their leadership style makes them wise and strong rulers. The silverback is responsible for protecting the group and managing daily activities such as movement, feeding, and rest times. He also decides whether new individuals can join the group, as some males and females may leave their groups in search of mates. The final decision on whether they are accepted or not is entirely up to the silverback. The territory of a gorilla group ranges between 5 to 30 square kilometers, depending on the group size and the availability of food. These territories often overlap, which can sometimes lead to confrontations, especially if an adult male from another group intrudes. Challenges to leadership. A gorilla group does not always remain the same size. Some groups grow to 30 or even 50 members. When this happens, multiple silverbacks might lead together, often brothers or a father and his sons. However, one of them always holds the highest authority. A successful silverback can maintain leadership for 6 years or more, but if he becomes weak, slower, or indecisive, another male might challenge him. If the challenger wins, he takes over the group and often kills the former leader's offspring, including orphans the old leader had adopted. Gorilla parenthood. Despite their dominance, silverbacks are surprisingly gentle towards infants. They tolerate the little ones playing around them, even climbing on them and playfully hitting them just like human children. Additionally, silverbacks sometimes adopt orphaned young gorillas and integrate them into the group. While the rest of the group can live peacefully, the silverback remains constantly alert. He usually leads the group while traveling to ensure the path is safe. Even during resting times, he often gets up to scan the surroundings, ensuring the group's safety. Gorilla behavior and communication. Although gorillas are excellent climbers, adults spend most of their time on the ground, while young ones climb trees more frequently for play, or even sleep. Communication between gorillas happens through vocalizations and touch. If a new gorilla extends its hand towards the group, it is an invitation to socialize. A sign of respect towards a silverback is avoiding direct eye contact, as staring is considered a challenge. Grooming, cleaning each other's fur is a sign of care among gorillas. And while chest beating in adults is a display of dominance, in young gorillas, it simply signals a desire to play. Gorilla strength and diet. Gorillas have long, powerful arms, about 15% longer than their legs, allowing them to walk on all fours while keeping their bodies upright and balanced. Just like humans have unique fingerprints, each gorilla has a distinct nose print, which researchers use for identification. Gorillas are 6 times stronger than humans, possessing one of the most powerful bite forces in the animal kingdom, 5,780 newtons stronger than lions, tigers, and even bears. However, despite their immense strength, they are far from being predators. Gorillas are primarily herbivores, feeding on leaves, shoots, roots, tree bark, and fruits. They occasionally consume insects, but rarely drink water, as they get most of their hydration from their plant-based diet. Adult males consume around 18 kilograms of food per day. After feeding, gorillas take a sacred rest period, during which they lie on the ground while the young ones play nearby, strengthening their social bonds. Reproduction and lifespan. Gorillas do not have a specific mating season, and pregnancy lasts about 8.5 to 9 months, resulting in one baby at a time. The infant clings to its mother's back for protection and transportation until about 3 years old. Young gorillas reach sexual maturity between 7 and 10 years old, but they do not immediately develop the silverback hair that marks full adulthood. Males at this stage are called blackbacks, and their silver hair appears between 12 and 15 years old. At this point, they may leave their group to start their own family, sometimes even stealing females from other groups if necessary. In the wild, gorillas live up to 40 years, but their mid-30s is the most common lifespan. Threats and conservation efforts. For years, gorillas have suffered due to human activities, including habitat destruction, poaching, and diseases. Even common human colds can be fatal to them. These factors have put many gorilla species at risk of extinction, especially the eastern mountain gorillas. However, thanks to conservation efforts, their population has increased from fewer than 500 individuals to around 1,100 today. Although the numbers are still low, scientists see this as a hopeful sign for the species' recovery. Gorillas remind us that true leadership is not about power and authority, but responsibility, care, and protection for others. That is it for today. Who made it this far? If you did, you are awesome. Do not forget to like the video before leaving, and let us know in the comments if you have suggestions for future episodes.